cooking straight. Diced tomatoes, beans. Forgot the seasoning. But yeah, boiling. Oh, and Doritos. So one problem. It's really nice. Smells like shit though. This toilet based. Got a charger. Hopefully no one comes in. Charges shit on. It's fucking mad. Hey fellas, that's awesome, mate. Sup cunts, here's going. Yeah, have a beer, eh? Hello. Hello, bombers. Oh, whoa. Holy shit. Bye, man. Oh, whoa. Hello. Hello. Jesus. You look like a hunchback. Fresh wombat poo, mate. We're heading with the boys, we're heading up to the beach. Looks like we're walking towards a fire over there. See that? That's where we left from. Over there, bitching up. You'll take a fish here, mate. It's such a stupid. Yeah. You'll be chilling with shoes and socks, Connor. It's slippy. What? Oh, this green shit. I'm just gonna rhyme this green shit. Fuck that. Fuck that. Right. Holy fuck, that is slippy as... Mate, I'm just gonna sleep here, eh? It's pretty nice sport, eh? Just get taken away by the waves. Yeah, fucking hell. Fuck. Oh fuck, are we crossing this? Might be shoes and socks move.
It might be shower.
Yeah. Can we even see bitch now anymore? Nah. It's gone now. Oh.
Darn. Yeah, you got it. Yes, sir. It's just high. Get down. Yeah, you got it. Yes, sir.
Holy fuck. I almost fucking died. Holy shit, nice. He's made a moat. He's made a fucking... Oh, it's a river. Oh, it's not good on there, do we? Fuck. That's a fucking... Mate, this is Australia, right? Fucking legendary, eh? No, we're done. That wasn't even
That's a river next to this thing.
We can even go diagonal.
What? Yeah, I think so.
Oh fuck, what he's done. He's done a fucking number there. That was sick. Find a way. I reckon Connor's thing there. Oh no, there's one up there. It looks like there might be a bit of a river there, Connor. See, there's reeds. It's better just go there. Meh. 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 take it. See if it works.
Forgive me when I lose control. It's only
You can see St. Helens, Connor.
please forgive me. Tell me what you mean when you whisper late at night. Once in a while, turn it up. Reading through the stars that we failed to heal, failed to heal. And once in a while, I'm digging through the stars. There we go, there we go. So please go back to sleep. To the left, to the left. To the
Yeah,
left, to
fuck
the
yeah.
left. Everything you own in the box to the left. Where the ocean grows, when I lose control.
Lions Club, boys. I fire you, boys. Just make like nice little areas. Yeah.
Why it's called Halls?
It's probably just the person who owns it. Haley is the person who owns it. Like